So as someone that invests in dividend stocks, it's really cool waking up every single morning, opening Robinhood and looking at all the dividend checks that I've received over the previous days and months. Now, of course, the amount that I'm receiving from those checks is pretty small because I'm only investing $25 a week. But I've been investing that amount for the past 4.5 years, and the impact that consistency has is really cool. And I noticed that impact the other day when I was looking through my finance spreadsheet, which pretty much houses all of my monthly dividend information, my spending tracker, and my overall net worth tracker. But what I noticed when I was inputting all that information is that if I stopped investing into dividend stocks right now and the companies that pay those dividends didn't increase or decrease those payouts, then I would be making enough money every single month to pay some of my monthly bills, like some. But regardless, knowing that it's pretty cool. First off, in order to have a portfolio that pays you dividends every single month consistently, you have to invest in the right dividend stocks, which is pretty straightforward, at least in my opinion. You're basically looking for companies that not only have a history of consistently paying their shareholder dividends, but you're also looking for a company that consistently increases those dividend payouts every single year. There's obviously thousands of different stocks, let alone thousands of different stocks and ETFs that pay a shareholder dividend. So it may seem overwhelming to find the right type of dividend stock, especially if you're new, but I actually have a pretty cool trick that may prevent people, especially if they're new to investing, from spending so much time finding those companies. Invest in your lifestyle. Yeah, I said that a few months ago. It's actually something that I tell my family and my friends and pretty much anyone that asks. Basically, you want to think about the companies that you know are super popular, whether it's in your everyday life, your families, your friends, or anybody that you may know in some way, shape, or form. Here's an example, and full disclaimer, I blame my wife for this, but since we've been married or since we've been together, I've been more prone to shop at Target more, or at least go to Target because it's just a really nice store. And I also blame her for me investing into Target. I bought my first partial share of Target a few years ago. And Target is not only a really cool store, but it's a really cool dividend paying company, especially for the fact that they have increased their dividend payout for the past 50 years, I think 52 years. Another thing about me, and this is my own fault, but when it comes to drinking coffee in the morning, if I'm not making my own when I'm working from home, then I'm typically doing my best to support smaller coffee shops. But on occasion, I will get my can of Starbucks espresso to try to get me through the mornings, especially when I have to go to work early because I'm an on and off morning person. It really just depends on what's going on. But I am definitely a consistent Starbucks shareholder. And at this point, they pay a share price of about $2 per share, and they've been increasing that dividend payout for the past 12 years. So that's not bad either. Now, when I first started investing a few years after I graduated college, by the end of that first year, I was averaging about $6, almost $7 per year in dividends and making about $77 per year. And that doesn't really sound like a lot because I guess in comparison to a lot of other people, it isn't. But throughout the period of time from that year to the next year with investing $25 a week, that $77 per year in 2020 turned into over $140 in 2021, which turned into $189 in 2022. And at this point, again, if I stopped investing and the payouts didn't increase or decrease every single year, then I would be averaging $22 every single month with a $24 high and a $16 low, which actually the $16 low was last year. But I would be making over $260 per year. And of course, if you look through a lot of other YouTubers' channels when they're talking about dividend investing, $22 a month or about $260 a year doesn't really seem like a lot. And of course, I have bigger aspirations on how much I would like to make in dividends, which is, you know, as much as I can. But $22, at least for me, can do a lot. Example, for me, 1 month can cover almost 3 months of my Ring subscription, about 2 months of Disney Plus, a month of Amazon Prime, and a month of Epidemic. That's the company that I download royalty-free music that you guys hopefully enjoy when you're listening to my content. And if we want to stretch it out a little bit more, it's a few dollars away from actually covering some of my insurances every single month. I could actually pay my cell phone bill every 4 months. I could pay my Wi-Fi every 3 months, and I could actually pay my car note every like 2 years. But point is, I love thinking about it this way as opposed to only $22 a month. And I really think people that are investing, especially if it's not a lot of money, should be thinking about it this way too. Like seriously, if you're only able to create a dividend portfolio that's only generating you about $5 a month or $60 a year, that $5 a month could buy you at some coffee shop, maybe even Starbucks, like a tall or a grande caramel macchiato, which is completely free. And eventually, as you continue to invest, that tall or grande may turn into a venti and maybe some type of snack. And eventually that amount in dividends could buy you an entire share of Starbucks that'll pay you more over time. Literally staying the course is the most important thing when it comes to generating passive income with dividends. Regardless if you can invest $25 a week like me, or 20, 10, or 5, or even $1, just do it. Because investing $1 into a portfolio may be small, but I promise you it's gonna generate more money to you in capital gains and in dividends than investing nothing at all. And eventually, if being financially healthy is important for you, you're gonna find a way to be able to make more money, whether it's side hustles or getting a promotion or other stuff like that, to where you'll be able to invest more into that portfolio, which will generate more income, which then you can invest more. It's just an endless cycle of profit. And in that way, at some point, hopefully in the future, you can actually take that money and pay some of your bills and enjoy that in the present time. But of course, the fun does not stop in the present time, because of course, eventually, if we're lucky, we're all gonna get old. And I don't know about you, but I am personally not trying to be broke when I am old, which is also why I decided to start investing into a Roth IRA that I've had for a while, but I just started investing into it this year because I want my old self to be, really proud of me and everything. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you check that video out. Hopefully gonna give you a lot of information and persuade you to invest into a Roth IRA if you haven't yet, or to continue investing into it regardless of how much money you have. I do appreciate you guys watching this video though, and until next time, as always, take care.